Imagine you're standing on a perfectly serene beach, the kind you see on postcards. The sand is soft and white beneath your feet. The ocean is a breathtaking shade of turquoise, and it laps gently at the shore with a rhythmic, calming whisper. The sun is warm on your skin, and the sky above is a vast, uninterrupted canvas of the purest blue. You take a deep breath, filling your lungs with clean, salty air, feeling a profound sense of peace settle over you. It's the epitome of tranquility the vacation dreams are made of. You've escaped the noise, the deadlines, the endless buzz of notifications. For the first time in what feels like years, your mind is quiet. You watch a solitary seagull glide effortlessly on a thermal current, hear its distant cry, and think to yourself, this is perfection. This is what I needed. You decide to take a long, leisurely walk along the water's edge, letting the cool foam wash over your ankles. You're completely present in the moment, marveling at the simple beauty of a seashell, the intricate pattern left in the sand by a retreating wave. The beach stretches for miles, empty and pristine, as if it was created just for you. This is the pinnacle of relaxation, a moment of pure, unadulterated bliss that you wish you could bottle and take home. You might even lie down on the sand, close your eyes, and just listen to the symphony of nature, the waves, the wind, the distant bird. It feels like the world has slowed down just for you. This sensation, this absolute calm, is what we all chase, isn't it? That feeling of being utterly untethered from stress. We save up our money and vacation days for experiences exactly like this. We scroll through social media, seeing pictures of friends on similar beaches, and we yearn for it. The travel industry is built on selling us this promise of peace. And here you are. You found it. You've achieved the dream. You sit up. Look out at the endless horizon where the sea meets the sky in a soft, blurry line and feel a deep gratitude. You're about to take out your phone to capture this perfect scene, to freeze this feeling forever when something subtle shifts. It's not something you see at first. It's something you feel. A change in the pressure of the air. The gentle breeze that was cooling your skin suddenly stills, becoming heavy and expectant. The constant, friendly whisper of the waves seems to grow quieter, as if the ocean itself is holding its breath. You glance up, squinting at the sun, and that's when you see it. Far, far out on that perfect horizon, where a moment ago there was only clear blue, a line of clouds has appeared. They aren't the fluffy, benign white clouds of a fair weather day. These are a deep, bruised purple, a towering mass that seems to be growing and rising with every second you watch. They are impossibly distant, but their presence is so commanding it immediately dismantles the peace you were just reveling in. This is the shocking hook, the twist in your perfect day. Because this isn't just a cloud, this is a harbinger. That distant, silent thunderhead is the most important, misunderstood, and terrifyingly beautiful force in nature. And what it's about to teach you will change how you see tranquility, power, and your own place in the world forever. Stay with me, because we are about to embark on a journey into the heart of that storm. And by the end of this, you will never look at a peaceful sky the same way again. So let's talk about that distant thundercloud. From our safe, sunny vantage point on the beach, it's a spectacular sight, a dramatic painting on the horizon. But within that cloud is a frenzy of creation and destruction that makes the most advanced human technology look like child's play. To understand it, we have to go inside. Imagine leaving this beach, traveling at incredible speed across the miles of ocean, and plunging into that dark mess. The first thing you'd notice is the noise, a deafening, continuous roar that is the sound of chaos itself. This is the sound of trillions of water droplets and ice crystals colliding, merging and shattering. The air inside isn't calm. It's a vertical highway. Powerful updrafts fueled by the intense heat released when water vapor condenses are racing upward at speeds that can exceed 100 miles per hour. These aren't breezes. These are skyscraper elevators made of wind, carrying tons of water skyward. Meanwhile, Cold downdrafts are plunging from the freezing heights back down towards the earth. This constant, violent clash is what builds the cloud's iconic anvil shape, spreading ice crystals at the top where the jet stream shears them off. But the real magic and the real danger is happening on a microscopic scale. Inside that maelstrom, those colliding ice particles aren't just bouncing off each other. They are engaging in a complex dance of charge separation. Through a process still not fully understood by science, lighter, positively charged ice crystals are carried to the very top of the cloud by the furious updrafts, while heavier, negatively charged grovel-soft hail sinks toward the cloud's middle and lower parts. This creates a massive natural battery in the sky, with a voltage difference that can reach hundreds of millions of volts. The air, normally a good insulator, can no longer hold back this incredible electrical tension. It breaks down. A channel of superheated, conductive plasma, known as a stepped leader, begins to snake its way downward from the cloud in a series of rapid and visible jumps. It's searching, probing blindly for a path to the opposite charge, simultaneously, from the ground, or from a tall object like a tree, a building, or even a person on an open beach. Streamers of positive charge reach upward, desperately trying to connect. When they finally meet, usually about 100 feet above the ground, the circuit is completed in a brilliant, explosive return stroke. That flash you see is not the strike coming down. It's the colossal surge of energy rocketing back up the ionized channel to the cloud, heating the air around it to temperatures 5 times hotter than the surface of the sun. This is lightning. And that terrifying crack of thunder, that's the sound wave generated from that instantaneous heating, which causes the air to expand explosively fast, creating a shock wave. From our peaceful beach, we see a beautiful, silent flash. Inside the cloud, it is the end of the world. This isn't just weather, this is the planet equalizing a planetary scale electrical imbalance, a reminder that the forces governing our world are not gentle. Every single second, there are about 40 to 50 of these events happening somewhere on Earth. That serene beach and that furious storm are two sides of the same coin, intimately connected by the very thermodynamics and physics that make life on this planet possible. Now let's connect the dots between our idyllic beach and that brooding storm. They are not separate entities. They are partners in a global dance of energy, and your perfect day of sunshine is in part fueled by the violence happening on the horizon. The sun beats down on the tropical ocean, heating the water. This warm water evaporates, pumping vast quantities of water vapor, which is essentially stored solar energy into the atmosphere. That warm, moist air is the fuel. It rises, it cools, it condenses into clouds, and in the right conditions, it unleashes that energy in the concentrated fury of a thunderstorm. The storm is essentially a giant, violent engine that releases that latent heat high into the atmosphere, helping to draw global circulation patterns. But the connection goes deeper than just weather systems. Think about the chemistry. Lightning's immense heat literally splits the strong triple bonds of nitrogen molecules in the air, allowing them to combine with oxygen to form nitrogen oxides. These compounds dissolve in rain to become nitrates, which then fall to Earth as natural fertilizer. That distant storm is, without knowing it, preparing a nutrient-rich meal for forests and plankton blooms thousands of miles downwind. It is fertilizing the very ecosystems that produce the oxygen we breathe. Furthermore, the electrical activity of thunderstorms is a key component in maintaining the Earth's global electrical circuit. The planet itself carries a negative charge relative to the ionosphere, and the continual sparking of thunderstorms around the globe acts as a battery, helping to maintain this delicate electrical balance. It's a circuit that connects the ground beneath your feet on that beach to the highest layers of the atmosphere. Even the smell you associate with a coming storm, that clean, earthy scent of petrichor, is part of this story. It's caused by oils released by plants during dry periods and a compound called gomin produced by soil bacteria, all lifted into the air by the wind shifts preceding the storm. and then brought down by the rain. So that cloud isn't an intruder on your peace. It is the consequence and the regulator of the very environment that creates your peace. The stable high-pressure system giving you clear skies is often balanced by the low-pressure system creating that storm. Our human tendency is to categorize good weather and bad weather, calm and storm, benign and dangerous. But nature doesn't work in categories. It works in cycles, in flows, in exchanges of energy. The tranquility you were enjoying is a temporary phase in an endless, dynamic process. The beach is not a static picture. It is a moment in time between the last storm and the next. The sand you're walking on was likely pulverized and deposited by ancient, violent weather. The seashells are the remains of life forms that thrived in waters churned by countless storms. To see the beach and the storm as separate is to misunderstand the story completely. They are chapters in the same book. The storm is the process of creation and redistribution, and the calm beach is the beautiful, fleeting product. This brings us to a profound and perhaps uncomfortable reflection on our own place within this system. As humans, we are instinctively drawn to the beach, the calm, the predictable, the safe. We build our homes and our resorts in these tranquil zones, and we see the approaching storm as a threat to be monitored, avoided, or feared. We have built incredible technology to predict its path, to shield ourselves from its power, and to warn others of its approach. This is a testament to our intelligence and our drive for self-preservation. But in doing so, we have also psychologically distanced ourselves from the raw power of nature. We experience storms through filtered media, radar loops on our phones, dramatic footage from storm chasers, or the muffled sound of rain against double-glazed windows. We have lost the visceral, humbling connection to the scale of these forces. Standing on that beach, watching that silent, distant cloud, you are being offered a rare opportunity to reconnect with that scale in a direct, personal way. You are not watching a screen, you are on the stage. This is a moment to feel awe, not just the casual. Oh, that's pretty awe, but the deep primal awe that philosophers and scientists argue is the foundation of wonder and discovery. This awe is a mixture of fear and fascination. The realization that you are witnessing something vastly older and more powerful than yourself, something that operates on rules you can learn but cannot control. This feeling is crucial. Studies in psychology suggest that experiencing awe can diminish our sense of self-importance, making us feel part of a larger whole. It can increase prosocial behavior, make us more curious, and improve our overall well-being. That thundercloud, therefore, is not just a meteorological event. It is an antidote to modern self-absorption. It is a reminder that the universe is not centered on human concerns. It was here billions of years before us, and it will be here billions of years after. Your perfect, peaceful moment on the beach is a gift made possible by a planet whose default state is not peace, but dynamic, often violent change. The storm is the engine, the calm is the exhaust. This perspective doesn't ruin the beach day, it enriches it with profound meaning. It tells you that you are lucky, not entitled, to this moment of serenity. It tells you that the beauty of the calm is defined by the existence of the storm. Without the potential for chaos, order has no value. Without the storm, the clear day is just normal, not precious. This understanding frames our entire relationship with the planet. Climate change, in many ways, is us disrupting these ancient, balanced cycles, adding too much fuel to the engine, warming the oceans, potentially making the storms more frequent or more intense. When we see the beach and the storm as connected, we see that damaging one part of the system inevitably affects the other. Protecting our moments of peace means understanding and respecting the powerful forces that create the conditions for that peace. So what do we do with this knowledge? How do we move forward from this beach? With one eye on the sun and one on the growing dark line on the horizon. The answer is not to live in fear of the storm, but to cultivate a deeper, more respectful relationship with the entire system. It starts with observation and education. The next time you see a thundercloud, don't just see a weather event. See the planetary battery, the nitrogen factory, the colossal heat engine, the awe-inspiring sculptor of landscapes and life. Learn to read the sky. The way the anvil top spreads, the color of the cloud base, the direction of its movement. This knowledge isn't just academic, it's empowering. It transforms you from a passive potential victim of the weather into an engaged witness of planetary processes. It connects you to every human who ever looked at a gathering storm with a mix of dread and wonder. Furthermore, let this dual reality, the calm and the storm, inform how you live. Cherish the peaceful moments with a newfound intensity, knowing they are transient and precious gifts in a dynamic world, but also learn to find a healthy respect and even a form of beauty in the power of the storm. This doesn't mean being reckless. It means approaching nature with humility and preparedness. On a practical level, if you're on that beach and that distant cloud starts to move closer, the sky darkens, or you hear the first rumble of thunder, your awe must immediately translate into action. Seek shelter immediately. Remember, lightning can strike from over 10 miles away from the parent cloud, often under blue sky, a phenomenon known as a bolt from the blue. Your peaceful beach becomes one of the most dangerous places you can be. The call to action here is literal. When thunder roars, go indoors. But on a broader level, the call to action is philosophical and global. Let this understanding fuel a commitment to protecting the delicate balance that makes both the serene beach and the magnificent storm possible. Support science that helps us understand these systems better. Advocate for policies that address climate change, which is dumping phenomenal amounts of extra energy into our atmospheric engine, potentially disrupting the very cycles we've just explored. Make choices that reduce your impact on the planet. See yourself not as a separate entity on the beach, but as a participant in the cycle. The water you drink, the air you breathe, has been through countless storms and periods of calm. You are literally made of this process. Finally, share this perspective. The next time you're with friends or family and you see a stunning, peaceful landscape or an approaching storm, tell them a piece of this story. Tell them about the battery in the sky, or the fertilizer from the lightning, or the connected dance of energy. You will be giving them a lens that makes the world infinitely more interesting and meaningful. You will be turning a simple observation into an experience of awe. And that is perhaps the most powerful thing we can do, pass on the wonder. So, as we end this journey, I want you to hold both images in your mind. The perfect, sun-drenched beach and the distant, towering thundercloud. Don't choose one. Embrace the tension between them. That is where the truth and the beauty of our planet resides. It is all one incredible, interconnected, breathtaking system, and you are alive right now to witness it. That is a privilege. Protect it, respect it, study it, and never ever take it for granted. If this perspective shifted how you see the world, then this video has done its job. Now, your turn. I want you to go outside today. Look at the sky, whatever sky is above you right now, clear or cloudy, and see it not as a backdrop, but as the dynamic, living, breathing engine of our world. Then, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because this channel is dedicated to peeling back the layers of the everyday world to reveal the astonishing stories happening all around us all the time. We explore the connections between the calm and the storm, the tiny and the vast. By subscribing, you're not just getting more videos, you're joining a community of curious people committed to seeing the world with deeper eyes. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Have you ever had a moment of awe looking at a storm or a perfect landscape? What did it feel like? Let's start a conversation. And if you want to dive even deeper, I've left links in the description to some incredible scientific resources and documentaries that explore the physics of lightning and the poetry of weather. Thank you for watching, for thinking, and for being a part of this journey from a quiet beach to the heart of the storm and back again. Now, go be in awe.